बाबा तू ही एक जिस पर बच्चों का अधिकार है। बाबा तू ही एक जिस पर बच्चों का अधिकार है। बाबा तेरे हम रहे। हमने ढूंढा आप जैसा बाबा कोई ना मिला। हमने ढूंढा आप जैसा बाबा कोई ना मिला। जिसको अपना कह सके ऐसा ही देशी ना मिला। जिसको अपना कह सके ऐसा ही देशी ना मिला। हमको बाबा न मिला। तुझ में अपनी बस्ती देखी, तू ही बस संसार है। तुझ में अपनी बस्ती देखी, तू ही बस संसार है। बाबा तेरे हम रहे। अपना प्यारा करके हमको जग से न्यारा कर दिया। अपना प्यारा करके हमको जग से न्यारा कर दिया। जो न दुनिया दे सकी बाबा वो तूने दे दिया। जो न दुनिया दे सकी बाबा तूने दे दिया। बाबा वो तूने दे दिया। ये हृदय गाता है प्रतिपल बस तेरा उपकार है। ये हृदय गाता है प्रतिपल बस तेरा उपकार है। बाबा तेरे हम रहे, यही जिंदगी का सार है। बाबा तेरे हम रहे, यही जिंदगी का सार है। इस बड़े संसार में तेरा प्यार ही आधार है। इस बड़े संसार में तेरा प्यार ही आधार है। बाबा तेरे हम रहे।
ओम शांति। गुड मॉर्निंग।
Om Shanti, good morning. Good morning, angels.
Om Shanti and good morning.
Om Shanti and good morning.
Om Shanti and good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Now, good morning. We will read only 5 minutes Mama's other daddy's experiences with Mama. Only 5 minutes, then we can read our Murli. So, my life is a gift from Mama. Brahma Kumari, Sister Bimla from Chandni Chowk, New Delhi, writes, I first met Mama in Rosary Garden Center, Delhi. Mama's drishti made me feel deep soul consciousness. I experienced divine spiritual power and enthusiasm. I felt as though I had found my real mother. Spiritual love became imprinted on my soul. I had met Brahma Baba earlier at Rosary Garden, and that had also left an impression of spiritual purity on me. I decided that I should share the joy I had received with other souls. Mama strengthened me with special power to carry out this task. I met Mama many times. I used to specially visit Rosary Garden from my college to meet Mama. Mama once told me, bring your Laukik father into contact too. My Laukik mother had passed away already. I soon brought my Laukik father to meet Mama, and he too was highly impressed by the spiritual conversation he had with her. In 1958, I was in my final year of Bachelor of Arts degree at Indraprasth College, Delhi. I had always been interested in spirituality from my childhood. I was even awarded a prize in an examination on knowledge of the Bhagavad Gita, conducted by Banaras University for Delhi students. It was immediately after the exam I received the spiritual knowledge. I learned the virtue of maturity and how to be committed to any task from Mama. Mama's power to merge was as vast as the ocean. The powers of truth and fearlessness were distinctly seen in her personality, and I too paid full attention to always keep and use the same powers in my own life. Mama was as mature as she was jovial. When Mama stayed in Delhi in 1963, I would visit Rosary Garden Center every day to listen to her Murli. Few of the brothers and sisters were excited about presenting songs, drama, or dialogue in front of Mama. We requested her to listen to our performances, and she fixed a time on Sunday. We invited the entire class, and everyone cooperated in putting together a beautiful, entertaining program. One sister became Mama and recited a poem about what she would do if she was Mama. Someone became Lakshmi, etc. The program turned out to be very interesting. Mama sat in the middle of the audience and saw the entire program was interest and love, and showed her appreciation. We felt as if the world mother had truly fulfilled our, all her children's desire. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Yes, please go on, Sister Baji. Sister Baji, you can read
Om
Murli today.
Shanti.
Om Shanti, Brother Samuel, you are welcome. Brother Baji, also welcome.
Om Shanti, you are welcome.
Thank you. Yes.
Good morning, angels.
Yes, good morning, Sister.
Going to read Baba's Murli of today, Monday,
Yeah.
6th July 2020.
Ji.
Essence,
Ji.
Baba says, sweet children,
Ji.
always remain happy, knowing who it is that is teaching you.
Ji.
This is also being man above. You have the happiness that you had stone intellects yesterday, and that your intellects today are becoming divine. Question: what is the basis of someone's fortune opening? What is the basis of someone's fortune opening? Answer: Baba says faith. If it is going to take long for someone's fortune to open, it continues to limp along. Those whose intellects have faith study very well, and gallop ahead. If you have doubts about anything, you remain behind. Those whose intellects have faith and who continue to raise to the Father will become Satopradhan. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, sister.
When students study at school, they are aware of what they are going to become at the end of their studies. It should enter the intellects of you sweetest spiritual children that you are going to become the masters of the golden aged land of divinity. All the relationships of bodies, etc., have to be renounced. We now have to become lords of divinity, masters of the land of divinity. There should be this happiness throughout the day. Do you understand what the land of divinity is? There, all the buildings, etc., are built of gold and silver. Here, the buildings are built of stone and bricks. From having stone intellects, you are now becoming those with divine intellects. It is only when the Father, the Lord of divinity, comes that he changes stone intellects into divine intellects. You children sitting here know that your school is the highest on high, that there is no school higher than this one. At this school, you become multi-billion-fold fortunate masters of the world. Baba is not talking about multi-million this time. Baba says we become multi-billion-fold fortunate masters of the world. Therefore, you children should have so much happiness. This is the most elevated confluence age, when you go from the land of stone to the land of divinity. Yesterday, you had stone intellects, and today, you are becoming those with divine intellects. When you constantly have this awareness, this too is man above. Teachers go to school in order to teach. The students know in their hearts that their teacher is about to come. You children understand that God himself is your teacher, that he is making you into the masters of heaven. Therefore, he surely comes at the confluence age. Human beings are calling out to him, whereas you know that he has now already come here. It happened like this in the previous cycle too. It is written that there were those whose intellects had no love at the time of destruction. That was because their intellects were stone. You have intellects that have love at the time of destruction. Your intellects are now becoming divine. So a clever way should be created for human beings to understand this quickly. Many people are brought here, and yet they continue to ask Shiv Baba. And yet they continue to ask how Shiv Baba teaches through the body of Brahma and how he comes here. They don't understand anything at all. So many come to the centers. Therefore, their intellects must also have faith. Must they not? All of them say that God Shiva speaks, and that Shiva is the father of all souls. Krishna is not called the father of everyone. There is nothing to be confused about in this. However, when someone's fortune takes time to open, it continues to limp along. For those who study less, it is said that they are just limping along. Those whose intellects have doubts remain behind. Those whose intellects have faith and who study well gallop ahead. Everything is explained so simply. It is just like children running a race. They race to their goal and then race back to the starting point. The Father says, if you two continue to raise your intellects quickly, if you two continue to raise your intellects quickly to the Father, you become satopradin. Some understand very well when they come here and the arrow strikes them, but as soon as they leave, everything finishes. Baba is giving you the injection of knowledge. Therefore, your intoxication from that should rise. However, that intoxication doesn't rise. When you drink a glass of the nectar of knowledge here, that affects you. But as soon as you leave, you forget everything. You children know that the ocean of knowledge, the purifier, the bestower of salvation for all, the liberator is only the one Father. He gives you everything as your inheritance. He says, children, you too have to become full oceans. You yourselves must imbibe all the knowledge that I have. Shiv Baba has no intoxication of having a body of his own. The Father says, children, I always remain quiet. You too didn't have that intoxication when you didn't have a body. Shiv Baba never says that it belongs to him. This body is taken on loan, and anything taken on loan cannot belong to you. I have entered this one for a short time in order to do service. You children now have to return home. You have to raise to meet God. People hold sacrificial fires and do tapasya, etc. But they don't understand how they can find God. They believe that God will come in one form or another. The Father explains everything very easily. You too can explain at exhibitions. The duration of the golden and silver ages has been written. That is absolutely accurate up to the year 2500. After the Sun dynasty, there is the Moon dynasty. Then it is shown how Ravan's kingdom begins and how Bharat begins to become impure. Ravan's kingdom is in the copper and iron ages. The dates and duration of that period are all written here. The confluence age is placed at the top in the center. There also definitely has to be the charioteer. The Father enters this chariot and teaches Raj Yoga, through which they become Lakshmi and Narayan. It is very easy to explain to anyone. For how long does the dynasty of Lakshmi and Narayan continue? All other dynasties are limited. whereas this one is unlimited. Everyone should know this unlimited history and geography. It is now the confluence age, and the deity kingdom is being established. This land of stone, the old world, has to be destroyed. How could the new world be created if destruction didn't take place? People speak of New Delhi. You children know when it will be New Delhi. New Delhi will be in the new world. People have remembered that there were palaces by the banks of the river Jamuna. It is called New Delhi, the land of divinity, when it is the kingdom of Lakshmi and Narayan. The new kingdom of the golden age can only belong to Lakshmi and Narayan. People have forgotten when the drama begins. Who the main actors are has to be known to. There are many actors, and this is why you only know the main ones. You two are becoming main actors. You are playing the main parts. You are spiritual social workers. All other social workers are physical. You explain to the spirits, and it is the spirits that study. People think that it is bodies that study. No one knows that it is souls that study through these organs. I, the soul, become a barrister, etc. Baba is teaching us. The sanskars remain in the souls. You carry those sanskars with you and go and rule in the new world. The kingdom that existed in the golden age will begin once again in the same way. There is nothing to ask about in this. The main thing is never become body conscious. The main thing is never become body conscious. Consider yourselves to be souls. Do not perform any sinful acts. Stay in remembrance. Otherwise, the burden of one sinful act becomes 100-fold. These are like commandments from Baba, because we are all in exclamation marks. I take them again. The main thing is never become body conscious. Number 2, consider yourselves to be souls. Do not perform any sinful acts. Stay in remembrance. Otherwise, the burden of one sinful act becomes 100-fold. Your bones will be totally crushed. The main vice in this is lust. Some say that their children cause a lot of trouble and that they have to smack them. There isn't anything to ask about in this. That sin is a small sin, worth nothing. You have a burden of sins of many beds on your heads. Therefore, first of all, at least burn those sins. The Father shows you a very easy way to become pure. You become pure by having remembrance of the one Father. God speaks to you, children. He says, I speak to you, souls. No other human beings can understand this. They consider themselves to be bodies. The Father says, I explain to souls. It is remembered that a meeting takes place between souls and the Supreme Soul. There's no need to make any noise in this. This is a study. Many come to Baba from far away. Those whose intellects have faith will feel a strong pull as they make further progress. As yet, none of you has that much pull because you don't stay in remembrance. When someone has been traveling and comes close to his home, he remembers his home and children. As soon as he arrives home, he meets everyone in great happiness. His happiness continues to increase. First, he remembers his wife, and then his children, etc. You remember that you are going home and that only the father and the children are there. You have double the happiness. You are to go home to the land of peace and then to your kingdom. All you have to do is to stay in remembrance. The Father says, man above. Consider yourselves to be souls and remember the Father and your inheritance. Baba is making you children into beautiful flowers and sitting you in his eyes to take you back home. There's no difficulty at all in this. You souls will go along with the Father in the same way that a swarm of mosquitoes fly. In order to become pure, you remember the Father, not the home. Baba's vision first falls on the poor children. Baba is the Lord of the poor. You go to do service in the villages. The Father says, I too come and make your village into the land of divinity. How are we feeling? Hey, Baba comes to the village.
Yes.
Baba says, I too come and make your village into the land of divinity. At present, this is hell. It is the old world. It definitely has to be demolished. New Delhi in the new world will only exist in the golden age. It will be your kingdom there. You have the intoxication that you are once again establishing your own kingdom, just as you did in the previous cycle. You don't say that you build buildings like this and that. No. When you go there, you will automatically begin to build them because those paths are recorded in souls. Your paths here are just to study. When you are there, it automatically enters your intellect how you should build the palaces. You begin to build them as you did in the previous cycle. This is recorded in souls in advance. You build the same palaces in which you live every cycle. New people who come here cannot understand these things. You understand that you come here to listen to new points and then go back refreshed. The new points that emerge are also fixed in the drama. The Father says, children, I experience no happiness in being seated on this bull, that is chariot, all the time. I just come to teach you, children. It isn't that I remain seated on this bull. Will one remain seated on a bull day and night? His coming and going only takes a second. It isn't the law for him to remain seated here all the time. Baba comes from so far away just to teach us. That is his home. It doesn't remain in his body. It doesn't remain in this body throughout the whole day. it doesn't experience happiness in that. That would be like a caged parrot. I take this body on loan simply to explain to you. You say that, Baba, the ocean of knowledge comes to teach you. You should have goose pimples of happiness, and that happiness should not decrease. This owner is sitting here all the time. Would two people remain constantly seated on one bull? Shiv Baba stays in his own region. When he comes, it doesn't take him long to arrive. Look how fast a rocket is. It is faster than sound. A soul too is a tiny rocket. Look how fast a soul flies. It goes from here to London instantly. Liberation in life in a second has been remembered. Baba himself is also a rocket. He says, I come here to teach you. Then I go back to my home. I remain very busy at this time. I am the bestower of divine vision. Therefore, I have to please the devotees. I teach you. Devotees want to have a vision, or they beg for something or other. They beg the most from Jagadamba. You are Jagadambas, the world mothers. You give the alms of the kingdom of the world. The poor are given alms. We are also poor. So Shiv Baba gives us the sovereignty of the world as alms. There are no other alms. He simply says, remember the Father, and your sins will be absolved, and you will go to the land of peace. Remember me, and I guarantee that your lifespan will increase. There's no mention of death in the golden age. That is the land of immortality. There's no mention of death there. They simply shed one skin and take another. Can that be called death? That is the land of immortality. They have a vision that they are to become a baby again. Therefore, it is a matter of great happiness. Baba has the desire to become a baby again. He knows that in the golden age, he will have a golden spoon in the mouth. This is talking about Brahma Baba. I am the Father's only long lost and now found son. The Father has adopted me. I am the long lost and now found son. Therefore, Baba loves me so much, he instantly enters me. This is also a game. There's always happiness in a game. You know that this chariot is the most fortunate chariot. This is the chariot of which it has been remembered that the ocean of knowledge enters it to give you knowledge. You children have great happiness about one thing. It is that God comes to teach you. God is establishing the kingdom of heaven. We are his children. So why are we in hell? This doesn't enter anyone's intellect. You're also very fortunate because you are studying to become the masters of the world. Therefore, you should pay so much attention to such a study. Acha.
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 So is it sweetest, beloved? long lost and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, the father, Bap Dada. The spiritual father says, Namaste to the spiritual children, and the spiritual children say, Namaste and good morning to the spiritual father. Essence for Dana. Maintain the double happiness that your journey is now coming to an end. We will first go to our land of peace and then to our kingdom. I repeat again, maintain the double happiness that your journey is now coming to an end. We will first go to our land of peace and then to our kingdom. Point 2, the burden of sins of many births on your head should be burnt away. Don't perform any sinful act by becoming body conscious. I take it again. The burden of sins of many births on your head should be burnt away. Don't perform any sinful act by becoming body conscious. Blessing. May you be a great donor with your mind and give all souls the donation of peace with the freedom of your mind. May you be a great donor with your mind and give all souls the donation of peace with the freedom of your mind. Although those mothers are in bondage physically, they're always free in their minds. And so they can do service of transforming the atmosphere of the world with their attitudes and pure thoughts. Nowadays, the world needs peace of mind. Souls who are free in their minds can spread vibrations of peace with their minds. By your staying in remembrance of the Father, the ocean of peace, rays of peace automatically spread. I like that point. By your staying in remembrance of the Father, the ocean of peace, rays of peace automatically spread. Those who donate peace in this way are great donors with their minds. Slogan: you relate experiences of the form of love, but now relate experiences of the form of power. I take it again. You relate experiences of the form of love, but now relate experiences of the form of power. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
So time to share. Brother Gagan, are you taking over?
Yes, no, you are there. All we are
Okay.
here. So Baba says we are very fortunate soul because God himself is teaching us. And Baba says our happiness should be remain constant because our journey is now going to be an end. And Baba says the Delhi will become the in the Delhi there will be the palace will be built in the bank of the river in
Jamuna.
Yamuna in the new world. So now the world is a dirty world, the hell, the heaven is coming, that our kingdom is being established. So we should be very, very happy and happy, yes.
Thank you.
And Baba said, no body conscious, always be soul conscious. Don't commit any sins, any committed, any acts will be 100-fold multiplied. So your bone will be pieces,
Crushed.
crossed. So Baba said, be careful. Outside, they do mistake, committing sins, 1 is equal to 1. But here, 1 committing sins will be 100 times.
100%. Yeah. So
Thank you,
let's
sister.
let others talk too. Let's share points of intoxication.
Baba says we are in the highest university in the world, the highest spiritual university. No other is as high as this one. And Baba is making us multi-billion for today.
Yes, so no longer multi-million, but multi-billion.
Our intoxication to keep rising every day. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Mr. Nokoyo.
Baba said, yesterday we have stone intellect, but today Baba come and make us our intellect divine.
Yes.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Our brother Samuel also there. Sister Juliet is joining now. Yes.
Baba says that the main thing is manner, bow.
Yeah.
And whatever we are, even when we go to our villages to give knowledge, Baba comes there and share his vibration of happiness and peace. So Baba does not fear to go to village. He's everywhere, wherever we are. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Brother Samuel, you can open your video if you like.
Sister Juliet, welcome. Do you have anything, any point of intoxication? Sister Juliet, are you there?
Yes, Om Shanti, sister.
Om Shanti, angel. What point of intoxication do you have? Baba has pumped us up this morning with so many things. So which one, I know out of how many will you want to share with us?
Hello, sister, can you hear me?
No, yes. I'm hearing you now, yes.
We can hear you.
Okay. Yes, for we Brahmins, like yesterday we said, I am very, very happy because everything has been given to us and we are busy here looking for peace. And we know there's not going to be peace here. So the peace is within us. So we have to make others to understand that they should not be wasting their time looking for peace elsewhere. We should give them knowledge so that they'll be able to stand the time. So nothing will shake them and bring them to Baba so that they will get the knowledge that you have had so that they will not be bothered about these earthly things.
Yeah, they will be fortunate to claim their inheritance.
So service is very, very important. So far, as Baba said, that we need to create service everywhere in our villages, even with our houses. As brother was referring yesterday that your house has become a service center. So we need to make our houses a service centers so that we can convince people we should give the knowledge.
A service center.
Yes.
But
yes.
why
All of us need to follow suit.
Sister, please put on your video. Let me see the face of my sister.
You will see my face tomorrow. I'm just finishing taking my bath before carrying the Murli. So don't bother about
I
my
don't
Murli.
I don't mind. I want to see it like that.
It's okay, my dear. Another important point Baba mentioned is about faith. Yes. Everything about Baba is on faith. Everything about Baba, because it cannot be seen. It's very incognito. So everything about Baba has to do with faith. And he's saying that our intellects, this is the time of destruction. So we have to have that faithful intellect, knowing who he is and what he is. There should be no doubt whatsoever. And he has said it times without number that the intellects with doubt will lead to destruction. But those intellects with faith will be victorious. So today is emphasizing that we have to have this absolute faith irrespective of whatever, even though we can't see him, but we understand him, you know, accurately. So that faith should be impeccable. So very important points to note. And Baba says those who don't have this faith limp along. How do they limp? Because they don't have that accurate faith, so there's doubt. So if there's any test whatsoever, you find them, you know, leaving Baba. They all withdraw, then they come back again. You know, and start. So we should not limp. By now, our 2 feet should be on ground. Our intellect should be so strong that nothing shakes it, because we know who it is that is teaching us.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Faith is the evidence of the things.
Baba says that those whose intellects have faith and who continue to raise will become Sato Pradhan at the end. Those whose intellect have faith and who continue to raise to Baba will become Sato Pradhan. So we're gonna begin to raise to Baba with your intellect and faith.
But that's what we've been doing. Where do you raise to? Not to Baba now.
He's our faith.
And Baba says,
Baba says that the greatest.
Please continue. Please continue.
Brother Samuel, we are listening. Go on.
Baba says that the greatest enemy is lust. So lust is the greatest enemy.
Yes.
Baba gave the example of children giving irrelevant excuse about smacking their children and all. Baba says that's nothing. That what he's saying is that there are other bigger sins. And the greatest is this lust, and we must conquer it. He said we have a lot of sins on our head, burden of sins on our head that should be removed. We should stop coming to give him excuse about smacking our children or not. That's nothing compared to what we have already. You know, we should face those. We should face the removing those burden of sins than coming to meet him, talking about irrelevant things, about whether because they smack a child or not. That's nothing at all.
Major issues.
Yes, Sister Basi, and my point, another point, Baba says that here in Iron Age, the people have a stone intellect. That's why they are making the building with stones, bricks.
Yes.
But in golden age, the intellect will be divine. That's why they will make the building and palaces with the gold diamonds. And Baba says that like the swan of a mosquitoes fly, the same, all the souls will fly to the soul world at the end.
Yes. Yesterday also, Baba said that we Brahmins are 1 out of millions, and that we are very, very lucky and special.
Then brother Samuel mentioned about Baba says we should go to our villages, even to our homes. Baba it's so, in fact, made me so happy, because we feel it's only at the center that the whole thing starts and ends. Baba says no. He said, wherever you, my children, go, I follow you. And I turn the place into a place of divinity.
Yes.
So wherever we are, we should have that faith that Baba is with us. Because this is the time, Baba has even made, drama has made it such that, because time is coming to an end, so we have to be scattered all over. So as we are scattered, we are giving out this message to all and sundry, because they are all Baba's children. So we should not feel that because we are not at a particular center or place. So whatever we are doing is not reckoned with. So Baba has clarified it today that wherever you are, be it your home, be it your village, be it anywhere, just have that faith that Baba is there, and then Baba will change the whole thing. And
yes,
just a minute. And it says again, it says, when we sit down to give peace, it's our duty to give peace, because everybody is looking for peace. They've forgotten that the peace is part of them, you know, so they are looking for it, and they are looking for it wrongly. So we, Baba's instruments, what we do is now we connect with the ocean of peace. And the moment we connect with the ocean of peace, then there will be what? Sprays of peace will be showered all around. So this should be in our consciousness anytime we sit down to meditate, you know. We connect with the ocean, and automatically sprays of peace, love, all goodness will be spread all over. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, sister, you spoke a lot. Let me speak about Baba's point. Thank you. You spoke about the center. Let me speak.
Time is running up. We are going to work.
This is important, please. Very important. Sister spoke about the village service and the center service. I want to give an example how the service started in Reba Didi's family, Laukik family. Reba Didi's family was in London. That time he came, first came into knowledge, Reba Didi's sister, the Sasi Didi, 1 year junior. So she started going to center, and he became Baba's strong children. Then actually he goes every day to the center. He started giving course from his own home, like 5 o'clock in the morning. 5 to 6, they give the course, and after Murli from her home, then he went to center. Now it started 35 years before. At the beginning, it was a Gita Parsala, only 1 student or 2 students. Gradually, now there are more than 10, 15, 20 students. At the beginning, it becomes everywhere the service field is small Gita Parsala. Then it gradually, when we prove it that service grows, then it becomes a center. At the beginning, it cannot be a center. That's why I told 2 days, 3 days before.
Okay, brother, thank you. It's clear.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Baba.
Thank you, Baba. Yes.
Keep smiling, be happy.
Yes.
We are multi-billion times fortunate. Multi-billion times fortunate. Hi, Angel.
Thank you. Baba bless you.
Bye, Om Shanti.
Hi, sister.
Bye. What of brother?
Om
Sister
Shanti.
Juliet, what of brother? What
Yeah,
of brother, okay?
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, brother, okay?
Om Shanti.
It's
Yeah,
meeting
brother.
you.
Om
Just
Shanti.
tomorrow, you show your face.
Meditation, please. Meditation.
Thank you.
Meditation.
Meditation, only one putting Hindi song and all good, nice song. Yes.
प्रेम से बस दो घड़ी प्रभु का ध्यान कीजिए प्रभु का ध्यान कीजिए
Shanti. Bye.
Bye. Om Shanti. Nice day. Bye.